another look, right? The ending of this was wild. Let's fast forward all the way to overtime. Bucks down 3. Gary Trent Jr. gets on one. Corner triple. Got it. We're tied at 106. Next Bucks possession. Trent stepping back, leaving guys on the floor. He was just scorching hot late. He knocks down another 3. Bucks go up 6. Trent feeling it in overtime. About a minute to go. Bucks lead down to 1. Trent's going to fix that. Another 3. 12 points. 4 of 5 from 3 in OT. Bucks up 4. Trent finished with 33. And as you can see, teams were not very good. We're trailing by that many with that few seconds. The Pacers ignore the stat. Andrew Nembhard for 3. Next Bucks possession. Trent gets trapped, throws it away. On the other end, Tyrese Halliburton drives, throws it in with the left hand, and gets the foul call. Doc Rivers doesn't like it. Pacers down 1 after the foul shot. 16 seconds left. Trent fumbles it out of bounds. He had 1 turnover in the entire series until overtime when he had 2 more. So Pacers ball. Final seconds. Halliburton giving away a half a foot to Giannis. So he just runs right past him. The blow by, crossover, the scissor kick in midair. Pacers with a miracle comeback to take the lead. And Halliburton, who was voted most overrated by an anonymous poll of NBA players, posted, overrate that. 26 points, 9 dimes. And the Tocumpo got into it with Halliburton's dad and some teammates. Crazy finish. Bottom line, Pacers moving on to play the Cavs.
All right, so Danny Green back with us for more on that. And the end of that game, the overtime, it was crazy, the comeback that they were able to pull off. Down by as many as 27 points down in the overtime. Take us through that sequence and what you saw, what really stood out.
An absolute meltdown by Milwaukee. They pretty much gave this game away. They're up 7 with 40 seconds to go, and they allowed way too many straight line drives, too many layups, dunks. Halliburton got a dunk to tie the game, and in overtime, he got a straight line drive right to his right hand to get a finish. You can't have these timely turnovers. Gary Trent and AJ Green played amazing offensively, knocked down shots, but timely turnovers that really hurt them. Gary Trent had 2 in that overtime, which gave Indiana opportunities to get back in this game when they're up 7. Tyrese gets downhill, gets to his left hand, can't foul. If you're going to let him score, let him go. If you're going to foul him, don't let him get the ball up. They also had a foul to give with Doc yelling to him early in that possession. They didn't use it wisely. Another possession, they break the press, they get it to Gary Trent. Unforced error to drop the ball out of bounds. These are turnovers you could not have at this point in the game. And then if you're going to switch out, then Giannis, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, you got to know the scouting report. You cannot let Tyrese Halliburton get to his right and get a straight line drive layup for the game. This is things that you cannot have happen in a timely crunch time manner if you're the championship contending team like the Milwaukee Bucks.
Just costly mistakes there at the end, especially on the road in that environment, and Indiana able to get back in there. But let's focus on Milwaukee for a second, because it's just another bitter end of the season now for the Bucks and Giannis, who is set to enter the first year of a 3-year extension. Where does Milwaukee go from here after that meltdown tonight?
I mean, I don't know. It's a tough summer for them. They're going to have some conversations with Giannis. I see them hitting a reset or a rebuild button. You know, this is a time where they have to really think about what's going on, what's happening, especially with the injury to Dame Lillard. Really tough call for him. I'm sorry that he's, feeling bad for him that he's gotten this injury. But he's going to be out for next season. So with Giannis without Dame, you are now missing out on another year where Giannis is MVP, championship caliber level talent that can't get you one because you don't have the pieces around him. If I'm Giannis, you have to go in the office, sit down, and see what's really in the future for him when it comes to Milwaukee and Giannis being there, because right now they're not in championship contention, and they won't be for next year either without Dame and that Achilles injury.
All right, so hated to see that for him, certainly. They're focused on the offseason now. Meanwhile, Indiana, they're focused on what's coming next, and that is a juggernaut with the Cleveland Cavaliers. What do they have to do to go into this and really make it a series?
Oh, this is going to be a tough one for them. Best of luck. But they're going to have to, push their pace, play at their offensive pace, and get out and running is what they thrive in. And then, defensively, they can't let Cleveland get off from 3. They can't let them get hot from 3. The perimeter, that's where Cleveland's kind of been beating teams and also dominating teams in Miami. They got Ty Jerome, they got Sam Merrill, obviously Donovan Mitchell, and they did this without Darius Garland. But Evan Mobley's hitting 3s. They have DeAndre Hunter, Max Strus. You got to find ways to limit their ball movement and their 3s, kind of slow them down on the offensive end. And on your offensive end with Indiana, they got to push the pace and make them run and try to get them in foul trouble as much as possible. This is going to be an uphill battle for them all series because Cleveland is just that deep, and they're a very dominant team. So Indiana's going to need some luck on their side in this one.
You said it right at the beginning. I was going to say best of luck as you get ready to
Best
take
of luck.
on a Cleveland team that is going to be ready and waiting. Danny Green with us here on SportsCenter. Meanwhile, is here, Boston, where the Celtics, they had a chance to punch their ticket to the Eastern Conference semifinals. Celtics get this 31-0 series record when leading 3-1 in franchise history. But the Magic trying to see what they could do about it. Here, though, it would be Jaylen Brown doing what he can about it, slamming it down. Celtics cutting into the deficit, went out right over Wendell Carter Jr., and the Celtics trailed 2 at the break. Third quarter, still a 2-point game. Banchero going inside, Brown driving in on Banchero, going inside the layup and the foul. That would be Banchero's 5th foul of the game, sends him to the bench. So Celtics up 1 after the made free throw, and with him on the bench, Boston would begin to roll. Jason Tatum from the outside. That one looked good. So about a minute left in the third quarter. Why not try it again? Makes a little room for himself, drains another 3. Celtics up 83-62 after the third quarter. 7 minutes left in the fourth. It's a 26-point lead. Then Jason Tatum again. He had 35, 8, and 10 assists in a nice looking shot. So here's Jason Tatum after the game on the win.
Getting some stops. We had the rebound. 120, whatever playoff game. Can't really ride the emotional roller coaster of the playoffs. Gotta stay poised. Fight through battles, whatever. I think our biggest thing right now is staying healthy.
Take away from what you saw from Boston in this series.
Not much. I mean, they're the best team in basketball when they're fully healthy. But when they do have injuries, they showed some signs of vulnerability. And this game wasn't a good game for them. In the third quarter on, they had a flurry of threes. But it's a totally different game if Paolo Banchero doesn't get in foul trouble. They had some troubles with Orlando first half of this game and the previous games before. Orlando's a tough team. But if Celtics supposed to be as dominant as everybody thinks they are, this should have been a sweep, and the game should have been a lot more lopsided than it was. It should have been a Cleveland type of showing, the way Cleveland took care of business in Miami, and we didn't see that tonight. So I saw that they're a really good team, but if they have some injuries, I see some signs of vulnerability.
Potential concern then if they are not healthy from Danny Green. We'll have more from him in just a moment. David, what do you have?
Well, it seems like Bucks Pacers.
What's your favorite team? Comment below, and if you like the video, please leave a like. This really helps the channel grow and brings you even more content. Oh, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button and activate the bell to receive all notifications. With each game, we notice that the NBA is getting more competitive every day, and all the teams are looking for reinforcements to win the championship. And only here can you follow your favorite team daily with incredible content from different sources. Here on the channel, there are new videos every day with analysis, curiosities,